Okay, Al, you're right. Today's a great day. The day I beat Mustang's pompous mug in front of the whole army.
Welcome back to Sakamoto Days, episode 2.
Dos muchachos.
Yeah, so episode 2, I guess we were like a little bit like funky because we're getting back into this, but this episode's been out for a while now. Well, at the start of episode 2, like Shin is basically Sakamoto's employee now.
His assistant Kun, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Like they join like forces to take care of Sakamoto's store.
Well, you gotta remember he's out of a job, so now he has to figure out what do I do. And Sakamoto's like, hey man, I got a job.
Yeah. So I guess for the first task is like they go to Chinatown for some steam buns.
Good
and
time.
then
Big trouble in Little Chinatown.
yeah, Chinatown. There's a Chinatown nearby here.
Yeah.
I've never been to it actually. We're always like at Little Tokyo.
That's the very first time I saw the Final Fantasy Buster Sword in person.
Oh,
I was like,
okay,
whoa, this must be Japan. It wasn't, it was Chinatown.
It was Chinatown. So they basically go to Chinatown for some steam buns that Sakamoto's wife actually wanted to pig out on.
Did she? Okay.
Yeah. It's for her and the daughter.
Well, I missed out on the statement specifically, but
Yeah.
I think he said something about I can only spend like $1 on meat buns, and we go out to Chinatown because they're cheaper, and I can buy more to give to my family. And that because Edward Elric telepathy mind reads it, he's like, oh man, this is a family guy.
Yeah, it's a family guy. So it's really weird because like Shin could mind read, right? But like I had to watch like the episode like 2 times because they don't make it like clear. Like they show that he could mind read and they tell you, but like they don't really like emphasize it. It just kind of happens.
It's a selective process.
Yeah,
it's a Deus Ex Machina. As in like, if it was real, then that shit would have been like, oh damn, there's too many voices. That's what Superman does, right? He's like, he can hear everybody.
Like usually in anime when they read mind voices, they go like. So like that's the one thing that like kind of like I guess it didn't bug me, but like it's just like like sometimes like I'd be watching this in the morning because it comes out at 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Yeah, so like I'm like kind of half asleep and I'm watching it and like I kind of miss that he could read like minds, especially when it's like weekly. You kind of forget, you know?
Oh man,
you
gotta build a bond to these guys. You see, Eric, once he lost his transmutation powers, he had to learn mind reading, and that is his new gate.
Yeah,
he opened the gate, my friend.
Like after they buy the steam buns, Louis being chased by like these group of assassins. Like basically, like at first they're like the whatever gang that gets their ass kicked.
Right, because well, we established earlier that at the beginning that the people that they fought in the first episode were not, right?
Yeah, they were not off.
So that's like the one thing that we've been kind of like what's going on here, because he even pulled out the electric gun in the first episode.
Yeah,
so that's a non-lethal weapon.
Yeah, so he's Batman but fat.
And in Japan.
In Japan.
And Russian.
And Russian in Japan.
Beautiful.
And so basically like she's being chased and they want the family key. And because like she basically squashed like the meat buns, Sakamoto's like, I gotta get some of her buns.
Explosion happens, she falls out of a building, lands on his meat buns. And
yeah.
Very, very disappointing time. The family buns, you know.
The family buns, which Shin cares about Sakamoto's family really well actually.
Yeah, like it's really good dynamic.
She falls on his meat buns.
This actually happened, yes.
Yeah, and so basically like
we're left in the moment of like, oh, what do we do now?
Yeah, like what do we do?
Who is this kid?
Sakamoto's more worried about the meat buns and his wife because he ain't gonna get that booty if he doesn't bring those buns home.
Well, it's a surprise for his family, right? She doesn't know he's gonna bring
but that lady has him by the balls.
Oh, she does though.
She has him by the balls.
Yeah, that's true. You see, even in the beginning of the episode, you can see that.
She's best mother. I don't know, because I haven't seen X Family, so you know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You can't measure up to cause especially if she is the killer.
Oh, okay.
It's all over.
So I'll have to watch that later on. She has like a key to a vault, like that apparently is gonna control the black market, which like I don't know. I think like sometimes in anime they over exaggerate like that, like it's gonna control the black market.
She has the family key.
Yeah, the family key.
Yeah.
And then like some freaking dude with a bowl haircut wants to like wants to get it open.
Well,
so
it's pretty sad actually, because you find out that he destroyed her whole family.
Yeah.
He took them down, and if we want to talk about it, then yeah, we find out that the girl is actually just mafia, Chinese mafia. mafia descendant. So we're like, oh man,
she has the good blood.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
So and then this bowl haircut guy took over and just took out the organization and took over, and now he's like, oh, I need to open this vault, but the key, the family key, is out there.
Hell yeah.
Doku.
So he basically hires the twin assassins. Like, I just remember the Bancho guy because it sounds funny to me, like Bancho, and like I've heard that name in like other animes before, you know.
The other name is like some it's like a Chinese, it was like Ho something, Ho Shin or something like that. But yes, he says if anybody can do the job, it's the bros.
It's the bros.
It's the Destructor Bros. They probably had some weird names.
They're kind of funny. After they're introduced, it's basically like Sakamoto versus the assassin, a Bancho man.
Whoa. When they started going against each other? Yeah.
All right, so real quick, that's where I remember Bancho man. It's from Fire Force. I think he, he becomes Bancho, yeah.
Yeah, the head honcho.
Yeah, so, anyways, so back to this shit. So, basically, like, he fights Sakamoto-kun because they want to steal the key for the bullhead.
He makes his appearance by literally just appearing and kicking him in the face, launching Sakamoto-kun into another building, man. Like, that's some next level shit right there.
It's crazy, like, I don't even, I'm telling you, I don't know if he's read the manga. Have you read the manga? Like, he's like intensely powerful, Sakamoto. He's like, border, yet, right? Yeah, like, he could take a kick that would land him in another building, basically. So that's pretty OP already.
As of right now, I understand that he can handle a kick to the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And you see that he disappears and you're like, oh.
And his glasses don't break.
His glasses don't break, and it was right in the face.
Yeah, so. But they break when he's nervous. Have you noticed?
Oh, when he's like shocked. When his wife talks to him, basically.
When his wife gets that. No booty for you.
But Edward Elric was like, yo, man. Oh yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Edward Elric was like, yo, man, you think that's enough to take down my boss?
Oh yeah, he's all like, you don't know Sakamoto-kun, and then that fool like,
didn't you know?
Oh yeah, didn't you know? I'm Sakamoto-kun. He like smashes him through the building, and like Bancho man gets upset because like he's all like, nah, the building was just rotting already. And like, bro, shut the fuck up.
He does an Iron Man landing.
He does the superhero landing.
Pretty cool. So good animation, right? Like animation there.
It's weird. Like the animation is wonky, but like for some reason, like the details of the building, like the fights, they're really good.
So I assume that they're making less frames, but the detail in the frames are pretty damn good.
Yeah, because it's kind of choppy at times.
It is a little choppy, and I think that's exactly what the fighting Sakuga fans were worried about.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, it still presents its point, and like it gets the feeling like, oh shit, this thing's going down. And specific choreographs, I think we see the young girl bust her moves right before this.
Yeah.
So we get to see how this girl knows Tai Chi is what Edward calls it, and B, that for me personally, someone who grew up with martial arts, I know you guys had that Bulletproof Monk DVD flying around, stuff like that. Like the choreography is pretty big, so seeing that translated, very cool. They
get into a fight over the key. Basically, it's like that thing where like Edward Elric and Sakamoto team up to fight, which is kind of cool and a little bit like nice that like the sidekick could actually like
do something. My favorite part about this fight is that when Sakamoto is getting like beaten down or whatever, and he's just like taking it or whatever, freaking Edward Elric comes like, oof, healing item here.
Oh yeah, he's the healer.
He's the healer, and it's like, bro, this is just like a party, or this is like if you ever seen the new Like a Dragon Yakuza games, it's an RPG, but it's still like gang members fighting against each other. So just seeing him like heal the freaking the tank of the party, I was like, oh,
I realized it right now. That's just pretty funny.
Yeah.
So basically, like they do like the tofu. I think they called it like tofu like smash or something.
Tofu deluxe.
And like it doesn't work, and so they try it again, and Sakamoto-kun just basically uses like kitchen tools to like knock him out.
Consecutive attacks from both of them, and he's just like he's using they break the roof and they land in the kitchen like a diner, and so he's using all the equipment, pots, pans, ladles, whatever you need to just counteract all this shit. And I'm just there as a guy who as two guys, right, as a guy who has dedicated more than a decade of my life to culinary experience.
Yeah.
They fucking cooked.
Yeah. So that fool like he basically finishes him off like slamming a pot on his head on Wancho Man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he just like slams and like it looked like they were cooking something in there. So
They're
like,
about to
it was
use
heavy.
they're about to use their limit breaker, like they're about to use their ultimate move again, and then Sakamoto goes like tofu pot.
Yeah, like they're about to release that final ult.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
so
stuff.
that was fun. And then
Good animation or good battle sequence.
yeah, I like that battle. Actually, it's really good. Then they go like, oh, like we're gonna go return them to the bull haircut guy to see that we defeated. Oh wait, hold on.
That's her house. Yeah,
I'm jumping.
you're jumping.
Then we get into Sakamoto-kun's backstory with his wife.
This whole time we've established that he doesn't kill people, but the question is, why?
Why?
Even in the beginning of the episode, what did the wife threaten him with?
No ass cheeks at night.
Even worse than that, divorce.
Oh yeah.
She said, "I will divorce you if you are still killing people," meaning that she knew that he was a killer, and meaning that there are rules in place, and number one being no killing people.
No killing. He's Batman in Japan.
Justice.
Yeah. So like the wife has him by the nuts, basically. Like, hey, you can't kill.
Taking the kids with him.
Yeah, she's taking the kids. Like he basically like since he was a murderer, he
Pretty much, yeah. It's serious, right?
She didn't want his like she says like blood covered money or whatever, or like
Yeah.
murder
Like,
money.
You killed people for this. Why would you want this? And then she goes to the extremes of on Christmas night, right? It's a flashback to Christmas that she throws herself off. She throws herself off.
She's
the roof.
crazy, man. She's
pretty
fucking crazy.
crazy.
She's balloony,
I respect that, but all right. And Sakamoto, being crazier, throws himself off the building after her. Reminiscent very much of a Final Fantasy VII remake.
Remake?
If you know, you know. OTP. Was it Clody out there? But yeah, so that's the point. He catches her. They land in snow, so they're okay. Anime logic. But she's like, all right, look, you just risked your life to save me. So you killing people because you care about me. And you killing people is taking away that person from someone they care about or someone that cares about them. That's why I can't do this with you if you're gonna keep on being this person. Yeah. It's like, yo, alright.
So I want that ass.
Start eating. Well, he wants the food basically. Because again, we established that it's her cooking that brought him to like come around.
They defeat the ball haircut guy. I don't remember what they do to him. I think they just like kind of like she tell him to scram or something.
She's like threatening himself because this is her house.
Mm-hmm.
He just took it over. His mafia guys took it over and killed her parents. Blah blah blah. And she goes, she kind of like threatens like she's gonna kill him, but she just beats the crap out of him like moronchos and like whatever. And she establishes that she would rather let him live than to kill him and start killing more people because her dad.
Yeah, because they're Batman.
Yeah, because they're Batman.
They're
and
the
her
Bat
dad,
family.
Her dad was like, "Oh, live a happy life," and she's like, "All right, I want to be happy. I want to be Genki. That's you."
Yeah. So they open the vault and like actually there's actually like gold and valuables.
Valuable stuff, yes, of course.
But the most important thing, I guess, was her personal stuff, like toys and the sake.
The vault was a literal family vault, meaning that each generation left a piece of their most valuable treasure in that vault. And they're not technically wrong. The black market would go crazy because online it would be like, oh, this guy owned this, here, buy this off of me. And that's what it would fluctuate the black market. But so it's a family vault, and the girl focuses on what was the most important thing.
The sake, the coming of age sake that she gets to drink when she's a grown up.
Otosan left her note saying that, oh, this is pretty intense sake, and I can't wait to share it with my daughter when she's of age.
Yeah.
And so she's like, shit, my dad's dead now. But we family, Dom.
Yeah.
It's all about family. So she turns around. Edward Elric, of course, is like, hey, what to say? Like, what's it about? He's like, it's sake time, baby.
Sakamoto and Shin are gonna most likely be her new family, from what it looks like, you know?
Sakamoto.
I haven't read the manga.
And to commemorate this moment, I brought you your first beer of the day.
Yeah.
Because
it's like 7 a.m.
It's no longer Sakamoto days, it's Sapporo days.
Heck yeah.
Sponsor us, by the way. So the whatever her name is, I
Lou?
forgot her name, Lou, is basically hanging out with the family, like you said.
Yeah.
And that's cool. So we're gonna have a small little household that's slowly building up, which is interesting because they're all just people that like somehow know how to kill people.
Yeah, they're all assassins basically.
But hey, when you're family, Dom.
Heck
And
yeah.
this brings me to my final point. I was watching this and I was laughing, I was chuckling. I was like, wait a minute. I've seen this before. And it was on the nose because they introduced the pink Chinese girl. But Lord Almighty, is this the same creator as Gintama?
No, it's not, but...
You got your white-haired main character, that's OPAF. You got your comedic relief, like super smart guy that can literally read minds, he's the mind guy. And you got your Chinese pink-haired girl fighting girl.
Yeah.
It's Gintama.
Gintama's the blueprint.
But I love it.
So that was episode 2 of Sakamoto Days.
Dos.
Make sure to subscribe because next week we're bringing you episode 3.
Tres.
And with that, we'll see you guys later.
Remember, Sapporo days.
Yeah.
Kampai.